They're pretty amazing. They're like little dinosaurs. We figured 3 nests hatched this morning, and we have a total of 54 baby snappers. Our plan is to let them go immediately adjacent to where they hatched. This area is a very sandy hill behind the clinic, and it is notorious for having snappers lay their nests. They lay in the beginning of May, and they almost always hatch around Labor Day. They can lay usually anywhere from 40 to 60, and some of the snappers that laid here were fairly young moms. They weren't really huge snappers yet, so they wouldn't carry as many eggs.
5 or 6 before they start to
Oh yeah,
lay.
so the ones you see laying the eggs, they could be 30, 40, 50 years old. We tried our best to do some deterrent for the raccoons, and we hoped that we had saved several nests.
This is probably where they hatched out this morning. So this one, you can see that's a nice fresh hole. And then there's another one just over here. Probably a skunk or a raccoon dug that one. So you can see the old shells, the eggs that they found and ate. And unfortunately, that's nature.
My sons and I were talking about ways to try to increase the number that survive. So what we did is they set up this little barrier, and we managed to keep about 80% of them that hatched today behind the barrier. And then the whole staff has worked together throughout the morning to scour the area to reduce any chances of missing them or having them go off where it's dry and they're not going to survive.
And they're so hard to see because when they first hatch out, they're all
light colored.
They're light color, and they blend right in with the dead grass this time of year.
The other thing that happens here, unfortunately, is the crows. They know that this is an area where they're hatching. If one crow finds out, they're all here and they're predating them as they're coming out of their hole. So my sons came up with the idea of trying to put brightly colored string across to deter them so it wouldn't hurt the babies, but might deter the crows. They tend to like to come out when it rains, and come out first thing in the morning. It's at dawn. We have a creek where most of the turtles had come up from to lay their nests. The hope would be that the babies travel back and get into the creek to connect to the marsh, but that's quite a long distance for the turtles to go.
We are going to one of the 2 ponds on the property.
What do you do on your lunch hour? We go on a safari. This is what they would have had to go through without our help. Hence why many of them don't make it to the water. Yeah. If you do find baby snappers, you are not allowed to move them from their natural environment. It is against the law to transport them from the area you found them and take them home or release them in your pond or by your cottage. Wherever you find a snapper, you note exactly the location, and then you must release it in the nearest body of water. Once they're released, it's kind of up to Mother Nature. We've done our job. There will be some predators that will predate them. They'll be looking at large birds, your ospreys. Large fish will take them. Other snappers will take them. It's not, it's kind of a brutal environment out there, and they expect that probably less than 10% ever make it of all of them that are hatched. So that's why if we can increase the number that make it to the water, we've increased the chances of what that 10% is. It's hard letting them go, knowing they won't all make it, but you gotta let nature do what nature does. They can't all make it.
No,
those guys are wrestling.
The barrier was amazing. We've caught 25 or 30 at a time. To get this many
54 today
is a record, so thrilled with this.
These guys hopefully have a long, long life, and we hope that maybe in 20 years we'll see this one back.
Your boys should be proud of themselves.
Yes, I'll have to tell them.